minority in parliament is accusing the Akufo-Addo-led administration on collapsing the country's cocoa sector. The minority alleges that in spite of several loan agreements approved by parliament for the purchase of cocoa beans to shore up cocoa production, gov't and its allied agencies are unable to purchase cocoa from the farmers, a situation they believe has contributed to the sharp decline in cocoa production. Ranking member on the Finance Committee, Akufo-Addo, has been speaking to the press.
There are some few developing issues, not only the e-levy issues in Parliament, but the issues within the cocoa sector that in the current days we have been worried about. We are hearing that gov't is not even able to buy up to 42% of what was purchased last year around the same time. So far, figures from the Ghana Cocoa Board themselves suggest that they've bought so far 408,000 metric tons of cocoa, as against almost 600,000 metric tons, same period last year. We are worried because we believe that around this time, because Parliament approved for Ghana Cocoa Board to borrow an amount for the purposes of buying cocoa, we are hearing from the cocoa buying areas that people are ready to sell their cocoa, but the cocoa buyers, in fact, the purchasing companies do not have the money to buy the cocoa for the purposes of supplying to the state and for the state to be able to satisfy the conditions of their contract. So we can only be worried, and many more. And we're also seeing an upsurge of cocoa bills, being cocoa loans, that this government, within a short period of time, they've been able to contract. We've seen numbers that suggest that Cocoa Board owns in excess of 12 billion Ghana cedis from the 1 billion that they inherited. And this is becoming a matter of major concern to us. Look, the fact is, the economy of Ghana is sick, and we need to come together to help solve it. It is not a party's problem, one political party's problem. It's a problem that all of us has to come together and solve. We know this is actually being occasioned by one party's singular mismanagement, but doesn't mean they are the ones that should solve it alone. We believe as a political party, we are a major stakeholder in the management of this country, and so we are ready. We are well positioned, and we believe that if this government calls upon us, we would lend our intellect and our support to the building of this country.